We are about to start another cliché story from a web novel, and one day some guy opened his eyes and he was already in a medieval fantasy world, without any idea how he got there. He even became a mercenary just to survive and kept fighting in wars, slashing his enemies again and again just to stay alive. Now we see the mercenary lost in his thoughts and attacking a giant enemy, but he is shocked to see the enemy grab his sword and hold him in place, while another warrior gets ready to attack the mercenary from behind. But with a swift slash, some other soldier slices the warrior and tells the mercenary to stay focused, or else he'll be dead in the blink of an eye. And this female warrior on a horse tells his warriors to not let their guard down for even a moment on the battlefield. Okay, really liking the art style. Now the female warrior orders to blow the trumpet, and so the trumpet is blown, and with that all forces charge. Amidst the battle, all our mercenary wishes for in this world is to survive. And he has survived this time too. So the female warrior goes to take a look at him. She's just making sure his handsome face didn't get hurt. It's all good, she utters, and all of a sudden it starts raining. And this female warrior tells Aaron that she likes the rain, and with that the scene shifts, and we are in some medieval fantasy town. Mercenary is standing in the rain and he remembers the female warrior telling him that they should go to the east when the war is over, because it rains a lot there, and she reminds him not to forget her. Our mercenary MC thinks that it's raining so heavily. Now we see someone blow the whistle near MC. Some soldiers are making their way past MC, and their in charge tells the stupid bastards to run. They have to catch them, whoever they are, before they escape the castle. And so everyone is running. To other soldiers appear near MC and call him Captain. Captain states that they are here. What about the others? They'll be here soon, the soldiers reply. Now one of them states that who would have thought that the gentle Hans would cause such a big accident. Other soldiers thought Hans was always a pain in the ass. Now we are told that bastard Hans is a mage, and mages can't be trusted in the first place. Cool art, man. Soldiers are sure he must have made a pact with a demon for sure. MC now thinks about the demon. Other soldier starts making fun of the fun who was talking about demon and tells him to stop talking nonsense about demons. He's just jealous of Hans because he lost the nickname handsome to him. Now both side soldiers start cursing and fighting each other. MC on this side does not care what's going on and leaves for the headquarters. Soldiers start following MC and talk about how Hans' nickname will change from now on, and only his head will be left. MC is annoyed by their talk. Now MC thinks that he'll probably be hanged if they catch him, and so now we are at the Certic Outer Fortress Guard headquarters. Some fatso appears at the door and asks Captain Aaron, isn't it a bit late? This is Commander Manuel. Aaron tells him that he's a bit late because he fell into a deep sleep. Now Commander asks Aaron, wasn't he quite close with criminal Hans? Is it true? He asks. MC thinks that it's true to some extent, and he tells us that Hans was an unusually intelligent boy at an early age. MC remembers when Hans greeted him and told him that he got in the academy, and they remained closed even after he entered the Magic Academy, but saying yes now will only complicate things. So he tells the commander that they barely exchanged greetings as they passed by. Commander states that it's fortunate, because this incident is not a simple crime. Now we are told that this is an incident related to the Lord's daughter, and that guy stole something that should not be stolen. Commander tells him that in such a critical situation, if their guards capture the criminal, the commander thinks this will please the Lord, and so the commander orders MC to bring Hans in dead or alive. MC tells him that he will do his best, and thinks that this incident involves the Lord himself. This is getting very annoying for him to handle. Now because of that damn Hans, MC is in danger of losing his own head, but suddenly someone calls him from behind. It's the 4th Guard unit, and everything has been set up. Now the whole unit is following the captain, wondering no matter how crazy these mage are, could Hans really be hiding in this filthy district? Other soldier agrees and states that Hans has weak stomach. Now the soldiers are talking that they don't want to be wandering around District 7. There are no proper toilets here and they are getting soaked in the rain. So they plan to just pretend to look for Hans and get a beer somewhere instead. Captain, all pissed, now tells them to shut their mouth. MC can't believe these foolish medieval idiots talking about drinking when their heads are on the line. But our mercenary finds this district very filthy too. Now walking in the rain, MC notices someone and says hey to this brown hoodie. MC remembers that this is the Outer Fortress Guard, and as MC is reaching for his sword, he tells this guy to take off his hood for a second. This mystery man takes off his hood and states that it's been a while, Aaron. MC is shocked on seeing this guy. It's Some bald-looking evil guy, I think, and just as he is about to say that they finally met, MC punches him on the face and knocks him to the ground. Now all angry MC asks the bastard, isn't he the one who got caught because he caused some problems, right? The bald guy has no idea what he's talking about. He's just the herbalist in the alley, and he was about to report a theft. Now MC remembers why he looked familiar. Now crying, the herbalist states that this wasn't the response he was expecting. Why is MC hitting him out of the blue and causing a scene? Herbalist now curses today. He got all his herbs stolen, and now got beaten by the guards. And what was so urgent for that thief to steal such a common grim root? He could have found it all over the hills behind the town. Captain figures out that grim root leaves are used to stop the bleeding, and asks the herbalist, where did this herb thief go? Now amidst this heavy rain, we see some hooded figure getting wet in the rain. This guy is cold, clearly injured and crying, I think. Someone calls the name Hans, and this guy opens his eyes in shock. It's the captain, and he asks Hans, what's with that look? Now he states that isn't he the one who always keeps things clean, and now he's pathetically cutting off his own hand? It's over now, Captain utters, and tells him to just come with him while he's being nice. It's still not too late, but Hans quickly utters a spell, now using water magic. Man, seriously, the quality is insane. Anyway, so Hans surrounds himself with water magic. MC is pissed at this magic and calls it filthy, but it's huge. He wonders if it is because of the rain. Hans, all wet now, apologizes to his brother. He can't get caught yet. And with that said, he bursts the water magic, telling MC that it's still not over yet. So this water mage starts using different spells and channeling water. MC is pushed back and annoyed by this water magic on a rainy day. And if that's the case, MC starts sucking in air. With a blast, he charges forward, stating that he'll overpower the mage. Hans is scared to see this crazy MC charging at him, and is trying to channel his spell faster. MC, now fully focused, tells him to just shut his mouth, and swings his sword at the water magic. Now we are told that there's an unknown power embedded in a mage's words, and using that power, Hans calls out to his brother. But now we see his neck was just scratched instead of getting sliced off. With tears in his eyes, Hans asks if his brother will spare him. MC, now standing over Hans, asks if he signed a contract with the demon. MC tells him if that's true, there will be a scar near his heart. But MC is shocked to see that there is no scar. It's clean. MC asks why did he do something like this, even though he's not a demon's minion. Hans states that it's going to be hard for MC to understand even if he tells him now, but someday he'll find out. MC is going crazy with all this, and he brings out some bottle of liquid and pours it on a Hans. MC tells him that it's a recovery potion, and he tells him to stop being so ridiculous and follow him. Now, while moving some planks out of the way, MC asks if losing an arm for stealing is enough for a punishment, but unfortunately it's not. Up to him to judge, because in this medieval time, it's either innocent or hanging. Now he tells Hans to get lost using this rat tunnel of some sort. When Hans calls MC brother, he smacks the shit out of him and tells him to stop calling him brother and just get lost. Now we see that Hans lost a hand and he thanks his brother. Other soldiers are looking everywhere for Hans, but he just crawls inside the tunnel, and MC tells him not to call him brother. Now we are told that in this small fortress of the Certic eastern frontier, Hans has completely disappeared. Handsome Hans, kind Hans, and friendly Hans, that's all the names that were used. 4. Certic ladies undergarments thief. MC now thinks about that pervert bastard Hans and looks up in the sky. Some girl's underwear is taking flight. We are told that in the medieval world where cleanliness, law, and ethics are utterly primitive, our MC is the guard captain in this damned chaotic world. MC looks at the flying panty and wonders whose underwear is that. Okay, so they started this series all serious, but I guess it's going to be a fun ride. We start the next chapter with all the soldiers gathered at the bar and cursing that Hans, that rat-like bastard, and wondering where did he disappear to. Now Kale, the previous handsome man, states that he can't believe that they couldn't find him even after searching all over Certic River, and he thinks that punk Hans is quite good. Now the youngest soldier Brig asks that punk is a mage, right? It's possible that he used magic to run away, right? Snake Eyes, Pool tells the stupid Brig, if everything was possible using magic, then why do they even have arms? Sleepyhead Carter is exhausted and tells the squad to please be quiet. He wasn't able to sleep for 5 hours in the past 3 days. He's feeling tired and like dying. Kale tells him that he won't die just because of lack of sleep. Pool states that no, this punk will die. Everyone agrees. Sleepyhead threw up because he was so sleepy yesterday. Now the second in command, Verman, states that the search is over, and for now, everyone should rest well. Kale asks Verman why is he acting so proud, to which Verman replies that he is still in the second place. Scene shifts, and we see the captain of Unit 4 RMC standing in front of someone. Was it Aaron? The person asks while starting his smoke. Nice to meet you. I'm William, he utters. MC thinks that this is the Constable William. He's someone who can cut MC's neck with just one word, or put him in the underground prison for the rest of his life. He is the vertex of Certic's guards. Now this. William states that he heard that MC was close to the criminal Hans. Furthermore, MC continued to patrol the last remaining District 7 all alone. Now in his face and all menacing, he asks, so you failed to discover anything in that district? Now he states that coincidentally, it's an area where the internal guards can't look into, so he let him go, right? MC replies that there is nothing else there aside from poop. Plus this William has no evidence. Hearing this response, William thinks for a second and calls out the commander of the external guard standing on the side, and he thanks him for the cigarettes he gave. They taste very well, and he thinks that they are from Kennelt Street. William is impressed that the commander actually managed to get this expensive item with such a small salary. Commander tells him that he got it as a gift from a distant relative. William states that it means the commander didn't stole or embezzled it, right? Of course not, Commander utters. Now while smoking, William tells MC to listen carefully. Anyone in this castle, those who commit or helped in a crime, will die by his hands, and he tells MC that it'll be good for him to keep that in mind. MC does a fake smile and tells him that he'll keep that on mind. Scene shifts and we see the sun setting, and soldiers tell the captain to get home safely. Now walking, MC thinks that these Middle Ages have no sense of human rights. This mercenary is exhausted from the long investigation. Now he thinks about the punk Hans, and it seems that he managed to escape without getting caught. Suddenly he hears a scream coming from some tavern. Now we see that some bastard is bullying the inn owner, grabbing her and calling her pretty, stating that they can't leave because it would be a shame. Now we are introduced to the beautiful inn owner Henna, and she tells the bastard to let go of her hand. Some other guy named Dylan sitting on the side tells this bastard to treat her like a gentleman, and states that the lady is misunderstanding it. They just haven't been in this village for a long time, so they're trying to make some local friends. Now acting all smug, he states that, if possible, they want a friendship that can share the bed all night. Hearing this, all the bastards start laughing. Henna is pissed and states that they all look like mercenaries from another country. If they keep being like this, there'll be a really difficult and bothersome situation. So these laughing bastards should stop before they regret it. Dylan slaps the table and stands up, and stating if they don't want to, what is she going to do? Dylan is about to undress Henna and asks her if she thinks that some kind of guard will come for her. Now with his finger in her cleavage, Dylan states that there's no way that those guys will come to take care of an isolated shabby inn. But our mercenary is entering the inn. Henna and the other inn guys are glad to see Aaron. Dude, MC is looking so cool here. Seeing this Giga Chad, Henna quickly runs towards him. Seeing this, all the mercenary bastards get angry and stand up. Henna is now hiding behind MC and all the thugs are walking towards him. MC looks back at Henna and tells her 10 days. Henna looks back and tells him 5 days. It's less than the last time. And he's a guard. Isn't this his job in the first place? Now MC and Henna start arguing. MC wants 9 days and states that the captain of the guards clocked out already. Henna, all angry, now tells him 6 days and she can't go higher. The thugs are as confused as us as to what is going on, and so Dylan snaps at these two for ignoring them. MC is still negotiating and wants 8 days while one thug is about to punch this devilish bastard. A hand comes out of nowhere and asks the thug where is he looking at, and grabs the thug by his face and states that he has such a medieval foul-talking habit. Now crushing the thug's skull, MC tells Henna that free lodging for 6 days and free dinner for today. Deal, he asks. Deal, Henna replies, although she has no idea what a deal is. MC starts crushing harder, throws the thugs across Dylan and states that from now on it's time to educate these horrible medieval people. Boy, this mercenary is looking demonic. Dylan shits his pants on seeing the guard like this. Other people at the inn start chanting and slamming their mugs on the table. They know it's about to start. MC now punches Dylan and states that there are no bad medieval people. There are only those who need to be beaten up, and once each of them takes a hit, they'll become nicer. And MC hits Dylan with a Detroit smash. Other people at the bar are getting excited. They were waiting for Aaron to start beating these thugs. They are so excited that they order more drinks. The reason why these people became a regular at this inn is because there's a monster living here. Man, this looks so cool with the art style. He's the greatest human cleaner in Certic. Rogue captain of the guards, Aaron? And all these background people are followers of this rogue captain, and they are cheering the captain to kill these bastards. MC is annoyed at his cheering squad and thinks about giving them a lesson someday. Dylan, while getting messed up, tries to take out his hatchet, but stops when MC asks if he's going to take it out. But Dylan is like, no, and it's done. Thugs are defeated and MC clocks off. Scene shifts to the bedroom, and our demon mercenary is trying to sleep with his sword under his pillow. Now he remembers when he was given the name Aaron, and how he was told to run away and not look back. He must live on. But this weird dream wakes him up and he tries to equip his sword. MC wakes up from this nightmare, all exhausted and terrified. It's morning now, and our guard is practicing his sword swings while thinking that it's already been 6 years since he fell into this world. Now showing us his muscular back, MC wonders until when will he be able to maintain this daily routine. Some guy in royal armor appears behind MC and states that's a sword with no frills. He starts clapping and states that he didn't know that there's a skilled man in the borders of Certic. He's very surprised. MC looks at him in silence and notices that his armor has the symbol of Funner family and he has a spiral rapier. Now MC figures out that this bastard is a knight. Now we are told that knight is a group that handles auras and fights against demons, surpassing the human limits. They are the sword of humanity. This knight design does look good, right? MC thinks that if that brat was from Funner family, that this knight guy is from that faraway Bolt Fortress. MC wonders why did someone like him came all the way to Certic. Did the Emperor send him? Knight, all smiling, now tells MC that there's nothing to be worried of. He just got excited at his sword skills without realizing it. Now he asks if MC is a knight of some order, but he is interrupted when someone calls out his name, which has been apparently, and we some golden hair person looking for him. This is the Certic Lord's daughter, Vivian Foolpoots, and she asks how can an escort leave her behind. She gets behind Ben, and on seeing MC she apologizes for interruption. She didn't know they were in the middle of a conversation. Now bowing before the daughter, Aaron introduces himself as the member of the Certic Outer Fortress Unit 4, and he greets the young lady Vivian. Vivian starts laughing and tells him that it's nice to meet him. She heard that Aaron had a lot of trouble because of her undergarments last time, and she's sorry about that. Even though she said it was nothing, her father still made a fuss. Aaron says it's fine and wonders what is the reason that young lady Vivian is being escorted by a knight from Bolt Fortress. Vivian starts pushing Ben and states that they'll be on their way. It seems like Sir Ben might have interrupted his training. Now giggling, she tells Captain Aaron to continue to work hard for the security of Certic Fortress. Ben is shocked to realize that this mercenary is a guard member. He finds it strange and is sure that this guy is a knight. MC knows something is not right. He smells something fishy, but it's not his business, and he better just head to work. Scene shifts, and we see the commander yelling at Aaron, telling him to come here. MC, all scared, wonders what happened, and we are told that in this medieval world, there are no turn signals. Now scene shifts to Certic Inner Fortress, and Aaron is standing outside the gate. Commander is yelling at MC and asking if this bastard have lost his mind. He told him to be selective about who he hits. So why did he turn the mercenaries that the Inner Fortress hired into corpses? This time he tells MC to go solve it himself and come back. MC, now with sweating balls, can't believe those bullies were mercenaries hired from the Inner Fortress, and on top of the official in charge is a piece of work. So MC knocks on her door and is yelled at to come in. Aaron gets in and asks the Nova if they were looking for him. She asks if it's Aaron again. She gets up in anger and asks what kind of guard captain is causing trouble all the time. This is the administrative officer, Nova, and she is pissed. With a death stare, she tells Aaron that he should quit the job quickly if he thinks the job doesn't suit him. No need to make it difficult for other people. Aaron knew this is how she was going to react. She is the best officer that has a babbling spirit. However, MC has a plan this time, and Kale told him that it's not difficult to win a woman's favor. All right, boys, take note. First, you need to keep a soft smile around your mouth, and so MC does and calls Nova. She is clueless as to what this creep is doing. Second step is to give the woman sweet, specific compliments, a praise that can even make a whale dance. Aaron, looking absolutely hideous, states that today, her plump hair looked just like a perfectly ripened orange. It makes him want to taste it right now. Something clearly went wrong here. Nova is getting even more annoyed and thinks that this guy is completely going insane. Never mind, she utters, and dealing with him just gives her a headache. And she tells him that the mercenaries he knocked out yesterday were originally meant to be sent to Bold Fortress. MC states that those guys were more like piles of dung than mercenaries. Even if he sent them as they are, they'd still serve their purpose. Nova now using her conquerors. Hockey tells MC to shut his mouth. And now that it has come to this, he'll have to fill in for those mercenaries. No refusal. Nova will provide compensation, and it's all his mess to clean up. MC thinks that it's all his mess, so he agrees and asks what exactly is going on. Scene shifts and we see that the mission is the carriage escort. MC thinks that there are a lot of people for an escort carriage. Moreover, most of the escorts seem to be other mercenaries. It looks like they are gearing up for a battle or something big. Aaron is not having a good feeling about this one. Aaron turns around and asks who will ride this carriage, and would you look at that? It's Dylan with a swollen face. MC recognizes that it's the weasel from before. Dylan is scared on seeing MC and wonders why is this monster here. Now the weasel starts shouting that he is stronger than what MC thought. Aaron heard that all his friends are still on the brink of death and asks if he has more resilience than he looks, or did he got hit less than others? Now Weasel tells MC that he can call him Weasel. Other mercenaries are talking about the sun setting and wondering if they will be camping on the first day. Another mercenary states that they'll be staying in a small village nearby. MC thinks about the village nearby and realizes that it's the Noctville village. The group starts talking about how this village is completely empty. They wonder if everyone ran away together, even though it wasn't a bad harvest year or anything. Some other guy thinks that maybe it's the work of demons or something like that. Another guy tells him to shut up, but Dylan is hearing everything. Now Dylan runs after MC, calling him older brother and asking where is he going. They should go together. Now we see that it's Lady Vivian in the carriage. Following Aaron, Dylan asks where is he going as soon as they arrived at this small village. Is there something going on in this small village? Aaron, now walking around the streets, wonders where did all the people have gone. MC remembers giving some kid a book in this village before. The kid back then thanked him and told Aaron to come visit him next time he's in the village. Suddenly they stop and notice blood around their boots. Dylan is annoyed by this blood, but our MC is emotionless and tells the weasel to not look up, but he asks what happened and looks up, and all the people of the village have been nailed to wooden crosses. Dylan is shocked to see this scene and starts puking. Aaron is still processing all this when someone calls out to him. So he quickly turns around, and by the looks of it, it's Vivian. And she asks, what is the guard captain of Certic doing here? Now Aaron asks, why is Lady Vivian here? Getting some vampire vibes from Lady Vivian. Scene shifts, and we are getting some questionable soup. And so is everyone else. Dylan and MC are sitting on the side. Other mercenaries state that this is the first time they've seen a stew with this much meat. They think if the food had been awful as well as the location, they might have deserted. Seeing all this, Dylan states that these guys seem so laid back. How can they eat after seeing those corpses? He wonders which crazy bastard did something like that. An old mercenary appears and tells them that it was a sacrifice. It was a kind of ritual where humans are offered to demons. This guy knows that our duo hasn't eaten yet, so he offers them a sip of his wine. Aaron says he'll pass. Alcohol dulls his senses. Seeing that Dylan is going for the drink, MC tells him that he'll kill him if he throws up. Dylan is trying to hold it in. This new guy introduces himself as John, the commander of this convoy. He hasn't seen this duo before, so he asks if they are mercenaries. Aaron introduces himself and states that he's not a mercenary. He's just doing part-time work. Commander tells them to eat and rest well. This journey might be tougher than expected. Now we see some people staring at the flower of the east. It's Lady Vivian. All drunk, now Dylan finds Vivian really beautiful. Commander had a feeling this wasn't an ordinary escort mission, but he didn't expect Vivian and her knight to be in the carriage. MC remembers seeing her before and asking her why was she in a place like this, to which she replied that she was out for a little outing. All smiling, she told them it was suffocating to stay inside the castle all the time, and so she's heading to Bolt Fortress on her father's suggestions. MC, all serious, asked if she was talking about the Lord, but she was stopped from answering when her knight appeared. It's Ben, and he told MC that knowing too much come with responsibilities. And he tells MC to only know what's appropriate for his position. Something seems rotten, and I don't mean the stew from before. MC, now sitting by the fire, thinks that the Lord sent the lady to Bolt Fortress. MC seems oddly calm to Commander. MC states that a demon might appear. Doesn't that scare him? Commander states that they have a knight on their side. Awesome panel. Now we are told that knights are trained solely to fight demons. They are the Empire's elite force, but MC is happy as long as he has his sword. And if there is even the slimmest chance of survival, he'll made it out alive. Unfortunately, though. Is that so? Commander utters. It's like Eren is looking to die. And so he wishes them good luck, and the stew is all finished. Now we see Eren walking towards some book and picking it up, and he remembers asking that kid if it's fun. Yes, sir, he replied. Now MC thinks that it's been quite some while since they last saw each other. MC thinks that Horn, that's the kid's name, must have grown taller, but we some zombie-like thing appear behind him. MC senses the threat, so he quickly turns around and smacks the book onto this being behind him. But he is shocked and confused on seeing what he hit. Not sure what this is, but Eren caved his head in. This guy looks at MC, but his eyes are closed with some glue, I guess. It tries to run at MC, but Eren is quick to slice it. And would you look at that? MC cut its head off. All bloodied now, MC wonders if it's a zombie. And where did it suddenly came from? We switch to Dylan and he's trying to fend off another zombie. But he is shocked to see someone cut its head off. Dylan wonders who it is. It's Eren looking badass. On seeing MC, Dylan starts crying and asking why he is leaving him at this hour. MC tells him to stop freaking out and asks where is everyone else. Dylan states that they are completely fucked. The mercenaries, the soldier, everyone. They're asleep and won't wake up. It's like they've been put under some kind of sleeping spell. MC wonders if it's magic. And if it's magic, how come only he and Dylan are awake? I knew it. They drugged the stew. MC figures out that since it wasn't poison but a sleeping agent, their goal is to capture someone alive. And MC knows who that someone is. Dylan is scared on seeing something and is trying to make MC notice it. And yeah, they're fucked and surrounded by a bunch of zombies. And man, these zombies look awesome. And they are charging or like slow walking at the duo. MC pushes Dylan back and tells the person to come out. In the meantime, MC is going to warm up with these slow-ass zombie bastards before the real game starts. And so this mercenary gets to work, and holy crap, who is doing the coloring of these panels? It looks great, and this royal guard slashes again and again, and he looks great doing it. It's like Eren is venting his anger on them. Boy is making music with his slashes. That woke you up, didn't it? MC asks. Himself, he is locked in and states that it's the army's wake-up call. And with a super move of some sort, he kills every zombie in his way. Awesome panel. Now MC is standing in the rain in the middle of all these dead undead. He wipes the blood from his face, but he notices someone behind him. But he is thrown off his horse on seeing that. The zombie crawling towards him is none other than that kid Horn. Eren already expected something like this. He's grown a bit taller. And boy, are you kidding me. WTF. MC is about to kill this zombie Horn. But first we are given a flashback. 2 years ago, MC hid in a village away from his chasers, and that's when this boy approached him. Kid called him a knight. So MC asked why he was calling him a knight, and it's because he saw it in his book that knights are strong and cool, and we are told that this boy Horn is the son of a village farmer, and he loves books. And he calls Eren a knight because he's the strongest and coolest person he's ever seen. MC pats his head and tells him that he really likes to talk nonsense. Horn is annoyed and tells him to stop. Eren remembers that he liked this kid. And so we are back in the present. MC is about to kill Horn, but he stops on seeing this zombified Horn and tells us that even after setting in Certic fortress, he still came here to visit him, and how it made the kid happy to know that there was a library full of books in the city. He was so excited to know that there are librarians who are buried between books all day long. It was the kid's dream to become a librarian and be surrounded by books all day. MC thought for a bookworm like him, it must be a perfect fit. And so in the present, MC slices at the kid, and he remembers that some say that a demon feeds on human fear, but he avoids killing him. Dude, the panels in this manhwa are next level. MC avoided killing him because he remembered asking the kid why did his face look like that. It was because he got a beating from his father when he told him that he wanted to be a librarian. And so he started crying because his father told him that the son of a farmer could only be a farmer. MC remembers standing over the crying Horn, and he tells us that it's not true that demons feed on fear. Instead, demons eat human despair. So he drops his sword and quickly hugs this zombie child. Dude, who the F is writing this? And why am I crying? MC tells this zombie that he's not a knight. He hugs him tightly, and the zombie stops struggling. So Eren tells him that he's just a fortress guard captain. And so he lays down the zombie. Dylan is yelling at him from a distance. He woke up all the sleeping guards, and they are ready to stab the zombies. And that's what they do. They charge at the remaining zombies to kill them. Zombie Horn is dead, and MC shuts his eyes and tells him to just rest in peace. While everyone else is fighting the zombies, MC hopes that nothing else will happen to Horn after death. And then a blast happens in a nearby building, and that is the building where Lady Vivian is staying. So MC picks up his sword and states that he's going to avenge maybe Horn. Scene shifts, and we see some maids getting cut to pieces. It's the Knight from before he is hurt, and he is trying to protect Lady Vivian. Knight tells us due to rumors that someone was targeting the young lady at the Certic castle, they were secretly heading to the Bolt Fortress. Knight takes out the dagger from his arm and confirms the rumor. He is talking to someone and states that he didn't expect that this guy would even target a secret procession like this. Now we see that the Knight is protecting the sleeping Lady Vivian. Now powering his sword, the Knight states that holding the sword to protect a lady is the happiness and romance of a knight, right? Even as the opponent is a wicked demon, it doesn't matter. So the Knight tells this disgusting fellow to step back. So you're a knight who likes to yap? Demon asks. Man, seriously cool design. Demon continues that even if he tries to buy time with such nonsense, it won't matter, because the dagger he was stabbed with was coated with vicious poison. Besides, he must have eaten the stew, right? And so with that sleeping stew and now poison, his mind must be foggy, right? Knight is pissed and shaking. So the demon asks if he thinks he has any chance. Knight laughs and tells him of course, because the demon's actions were just as vile as his ugly appearance. Hearing this, demon gets angry and curses at the Knight, and tells him to be careful with his words. Demon jumps up and is ready to attack with his berserker from DNF-like arm, and he slams down on the Knight, but the Knight manages to dodge back. Knight looks at his sword and thinks that he's at about half of his full skill level, and his aura is barely noticeable. However, this demon guy only has demonic erosion on his one arm. And so the Knight decides that he will quickly target the areas that haven't gotten demonic erosion. As soon as he gets trapped in his provocation, Demon does an uppercut, but the Knight finds an opening to win and thrusts his magic rapier into his shoulder. But it's no use, and the Demon grabs the Knight's neck with his demon arm, with eyes appearing on the demon arm like Danzo from Naruto. This demon asks if the Knight thought if he stabbed his human body it will kill him. Do you think I'll die by the hands of a mere knight like him? He asks, and so the demon is ready to kill the Knight and starts squeezing harder, but the Knight is shocked to see something or someone, and it's Aaron behind the demon ready to swing his sword. He came here to avenge Horn, and with a powerful slash he attacks the demon. Now looking absolute badass, he tells them to accept it as they like. And so MC cuts the top of this demon's head, but of course he's not dead, so he turns around ready to attack MC. He asks who the hell is he? And bam, Aaron is hit with the Danzo demon arm, and he slams into the wall. And so this demon starts summoning his power and restructuring his head. Detail level is insane in the art. Demon is pissed that because of this unknown bastard who isn't even a knight, he ended up wasting precious demon blood. Now looking at the sleeping beauty Vivian, Demon states that before he runs out of blood, he offered as a sacrifice, probably to heal himself. He needs to quickly hand over this woman. So someone else is pulling the strings, but Aaron gets back up and asks the demon if he knows Horn, the kid who was turned into a zombie. Demon has no idea WTF is this guy talking about. Aaron charges at the demon and tells him that this revenge is for Horn, and he jumps up to attack this hairless, shirtless demon. But demon is like nope, and grabs MC in the air and throws him back down. And so he has his hair back, but Aaron managed to hit him on the chest. MC gets up again and tells the demon to heal quickly, and every time he recovers, Aaron will just cut him down. Demon again summons his Danzo-like powers from the arm eyes and call MC a fly-like bastard. LOL. But this demon notices something. His demon arm has already started sucking his own blood, and at this rate he'll be completely consumed. Aaron gets up and spits out blood from his mouth. Now, standing ready, he mocks the demon that he thought he could take a hit or two, but he's nothing but a weakling. This statement enrages the demon, and so our mercenary charges forward to take revenge for Horn and attacks head-on, but the demon blocks the sword with his demon Danzo arm, but Aaron is cutting through that arm. Demon now, all confused, asks who the hell is Horn to him, for him to go this far. Aaron is pushing him back, So the demon wonders where's his strength coming from. He's not even a knight. But Aaron notices something and quickly swings his sword around, slashing the demon and parrying that attack coming from the commander. Commander, now attacking MC, states that he's not just big, implying that he's quick too. MC was wondering when will this guy crawl out. Hearing this, Commander states that he's sharp too. As they clash, Commander states that Aaron looks like a bear, but inside he's a real fox. MC figures out that since the villagers were sacrificed and this commander showed up right on time, MC knows that this guy is the man in charge of this whole situation. Commander tells MC that if it weren't for him, they'd be done by now. While the other two are fighting, Demon gets up and tries to heal, but his demon arm tells him that it's too late, and his body is no longer needed. The guy is like, wait. He's ready to offer more blood, but the Danzo arm tells him that it found a more delicious-looking body. Other duel is heating up, but clank. MC's sword breaks. Aaron thinks that his cheap sword got dull while fighting the demon. Commander is locked in and ready to finish it, and so he charges at MC and tells him to die. But Aaron dodges the knife and hits the commander with a heavy counterpunch. But wait, it wasn't a punch, it was the hilt of his sword, and the commander falls to his knees and thinks that this kind of guy wasn't in his calculations, and he drops dead. Now MC is facing the demon again and states that in the end, the guy completely got devoured by the demon, and boy oh boy, awesome demon design. This Cthulhu wannabe smiles and asks the pitiful MC that he is going to be facing this great being now. So what's he going to do? MC drops his sword, so the demon states that he doesn't even have the strength to swing his sword, and he's not even a knight. But Aaron charges straight on, while Aaron jumps at the demon. Demon asks what can he possibly do now. MC grabs onto the demon, now looking at this disgusting huge eye of the demon on its stomach. MC readies his jaw and bites onto the eye, stating that he still has the strength to tear him apart. And so the demon screams in pain. He finds it impressive, but suddenly the scene shifts. MC wonders what's going on. By the looks of it, we are in So Bar, and some guy is picking on another guy to get his money back. Other guy tells the giant to trust his comrades. He wants to stop the fight and talk, but the giant is like, give me my money or I'll crush you. MC thinks that it's Gladiator Gall Guy and Gambler WL. Some women Red Hood named Mage Avery is standing on the side and smiling. And there's this smoking hot chick. She tells WL to stop and give Gall Guy his money back. And now we see a young Aaron. So this is a flashback. MC knows that these are his comrades from his mercenary days. WL is like, how can he give back the money he won? So he gets punched. Oh, and that red hair girl is the deputy commander. Now someone puts their hand on MC's shoulder. This is Aaron's commander, but his eyes are blocked. Scene shifts again, and we see that the commander has been stabbed and shot with arrows. You haven't forgotten, right? He asks Aaron and reminds him that he must survive at all cost. And we see all of Aaron's comrades laying dead beside him. And so we are back to the present, and Demon I thinks that Aaron is truly delicious.